Hi, I'm Janice Merriweather with the Junior League of Long Beach. I'm here at Thunder Studios with Jann Goldsby, an American Sign Language interpreter on the show Switched at Birth. Welcome, Jann.
Thank you.
What does your typical day look like at work?
On Switched at Birth, we have several actors who are deaf, and it requires some translation when we have directors and crew that don't know sign language. When I work with actors, I usually meet them before or during makeup and hair, and oftentimes we'll practice the lines. If there's any information for them from the production assistants or producers or directors, I'm there to interpret for them. Also there to interpret, do you want some coffee? How was your day yesterday? Just a lot of social banter. And then when we go to set, if there's any directions from the director, I will interpret that. And during rehearsal, they need me to voice the lines of the actor so that they can kind of gauge where they are in the script. And we actually have it down, runs very smoothly.
What are 3 key aspects of your job and qualities that you believe make you successful?
Number 1, this job requires no ego. I've been on sets for films, feature films, short films, commercials, television shows. There's a lot of hubbub. Sometimes there's a lot of celebrities. It's hard work, but there's that glamour aspect. And if you think at any time that it's about you, it isn't the place for you. You're just there to facilitate communication and make it go as smooth as possible. And the other thing is to also be there in some sense to represent the deaf community, because a lot of questions come up about the deaf community, about sign language. I always refer those questions to the actor who's deaf. Sometimes they're busy, and oftentimes the questions will come to me. How does this work? How do they know about this? What does this mean in this context? What sign do you use? All sorts of questions. So I'm always there ready to answer them, so that when people leave this set, not only do they have more knowledge about deaf people and their culture, but then they in turn can pass it on.
Perfect. What's your favorite part of your job?
My favorite part of my job, it may not sound like much, but it's actually just being there, because I also am an actor and I love to write. I love the creative aspect of the atmosphere, and I just actually enjoy being there. It feels very at home to me. I hope I always bring a sense of comfort there, because the set is very busy and noisy, and you sort of have to be calm amidst the storm.
Absolutely. What inspires you?
I'm inspired when I see more and more actors who are deaf getting work. I'm inspired when people write roles for them, because the more deaf actors we have in films, on sets, etc., and people see that it's all right, that it goes smoothly, the more and more deaf people will be seen in films and television.
Wonderful. What advice would you give to a woman who would like to work in the industry that you are working?
My first advice would be, if you want to be a sign language interpreter and work only on sets or on television or in film, don't do it. You need to do it because that's what you want to do. I work in schools, colleges, hospitals. I do meetings. It isn't just theater work. Make sure you get your groundwork in, your experience in interpreting for all deaf people in all situations.
Thank you very much. I think you really broadened our perspective on being a sign language interpreter.
Well, I hope so. Thank you.
Thank you.